Now picture a big glass of water again and picture you as 70% water and how you would weigh when you tilt and sway. So your body weight does actually affect the sway of the earth just on this little micro tiny scopic level. So we have microscopic level to us, and there's levels of how we change our scope, and there's telescopic levels outwards that there's ways that we change our scope, and then there's right here where we're standing and ways of how we change our inner scope. So when we are a certain weight or whatever, a certain body composition, okay, there are like little mathematic sort of balancing equations of the shapes of your livers and the shapes of your organs and the shapes of your stuff, like our things have shape from the center of how a heart would look on the outside scale when we draw a heart. That's why we feel that's a sign of love. But if we connected that to something else that's an upside down heart, to indicate or represent the shadow or the thinking side of the world, that's there too. And if we think about if we could stand it up straight and shape it like a heart and put it in the center of our chest, we'd be symmetrical, right? Well, that would cause pumping of blood to flow the right way. And when you lean this way, the water and the structures in your bodies that are clean and clear and can move right can flow that way. And as long as you're big like a person is, you can actually flow it and move it better than a plant can. And you can actually move it and flow your blood over to those directions. And you can also move and flow your blood over to the other direction. You can move and flow your blood forward and backwards. You can move and flow your blood up and down. And then you have different parts of your body that detach at those certain areas. And that's another mathematical equation of their motion and movement. And then when you realize that that's an outer part, one of the levels of the 7 outer parts, because there's 7 outer and 3 inner, and then there's infinite after that. It keeps spinning and spinning and spinning, just like the numbers do, and just like the letters do, and just like everything does, just like temperature does, just like the earth does, just like the calendar does, just like the week does, just like your day does, just like this minute does, and just like this second. And here we are again. So it's like when you finally get that, then you understand that your body is made up of those same kind of mathematical compositions of what you put in it. So those foods you put in your body, going down equally, being chewed right, being digested right, go down and move around equally compared to the way you move your body, and most of all, the way you think your mind. Your mind will do so much for you because it interconnects with those other beings or those other livers and organs in your body, and they will do what you ask them to when you start actually understanding that you're not alive. It's all life, and you communicate with it. You just never paid attention before, and now when you do, you're like, wow, this is amazing. I can think my liver, and I feel it. And I'm like, how are you feeling? And it's like, good. I feel really good. You've been taking good care of me. And I'm like, is this coffee too much? Or is this too much? Or is that too much? And it's like, nope, you're doing good. And I tell my body, well, take what you can nutrient-wise out of these foods and get rid of the rest. And it does. That's just what it does. And I can feel my body. I can tell what's going on. I mean, I'm showing you math problems of how everything shakes and moves and why we have 8s and hourglasses and why it's crazy 8s and why it's the magic 8 ball and why we have 2 sets of eyes turned up and down and we have a slit, or we have a circle in the center and it moves out and out and out and out, and we have different shapes in our eyes and the same kind of thing on different micro circular levels, and it's just amazing. It is so amazing. So that's all I'm going to say. Peace.